How are you doing? My name is Sushma and welcome to my channel, The Wee Vibe. In today's video, I'm going to talk about 5 important things you should know before moving to Ireland, especially if you're coming here as a student. And without wasting any time, let's get started. Okay, so the first and the most important thing that comes to your mind when you plan on moving abroad is the cost of living. So if you have done your first round of research, you probably are familiar with the fact that Ireland is a very expensive place to live in, especially if you're moving to Dublin. So Dublin is 49th most expensive city in the entire world, and not just that, it's 7th most expensive city in European Union. So if you want to rent a room in Dublin, just a room and not the entire house, it can cost anywhere from 700 euros for a decent simple room to about 1,500 euros or even more for a more luxurious room, which I have no idea how it looks like because I've never rented such expensive place in Dublin. So it's only for loaded people, I suppose. And if you're one, drop a comment right there. Wink wink. Anyways, if you plan on renting places away from Dublin, so in any other town or any other smaller cities, it's gonna cost half as much. So for about 500 euros, you'll find a very decent, comfortable room. So, and if you are moving here, you already have a job and you're just relocating here, it won't be a big problem or something because you'll be earning and you can cover it up. But if you're coming here as a student, I would suggest that you be prepared, just have a little extra money before you're moving here, which can cover you up for a couple of months. And I'm very sure in those a month or two you'll be able to find a part-time job and then you can cover yourself up with that money. So just be prepared for all these cases, and let's move on to the next thing. Most frequently asked questions after I moved here. So how easy is it for me to get a job after I graduate, or how easy is it for me to get a job when I'm studying, like a part-time job? I think the job market in Ireland is very decent and it's really good. So a lot of opportunities can be found in several major industries, and there's a really high demand for IT sector, HR, marketing, finance, business, like all of the major ones. And Ireland is also home for several multinational companies like Google, Facebook, Microsoft, and Apple, and all the big fishes, they're here. And if you're a student, so in summertime, you can work for about 40 hours and you can work for about 20 hours during the non-summer time. So you can get a summer job, and it's very easier to get a summer job because everything here is really busy during summer, especially if there is a heat wave, because Irish people love their sun. So even if there is a light ray of sunlight, we can see people out there just chilling, going to the cafes, the pubs, and just enjoying their time. So everything really gets busy during summer, and it's easier for you to find a job. And even after you graduate, in my perspective, I think it's not that difficult to find a job. You just have to be a little confident and say the right words until you make it. Fake it until you make it. Well, yeah, I think all of my friends, they got placed very soon. So in fairness, I think it's very easier for you to get a job. Just be a little confident and, like I said, say the right words. So this is probably one of my favorite things to talk about because I'm always there complaining about the public transport in Ireland. So if you're planning to move to Dublin, then you have plenty of options to travel. You have Dublin Bus, which basically takes you to places within the Dublin County, and you also have DART, these are basically train. So they take you to places in and around Dublin, but DARTs cost more than Dublin Bus. Then you have Luas, which is a tram which takes you to places within the Dublin city centre. Then you also have Irish Railways, which takes you to other towns and cities from Dublin and around Ireland. And then you have Bus Iran, which also takes you to other places like other towns and other cities away from Dublin. But Bus Iran costs you much lesser than Irish Railways. And obviously you also have taxis, but I would always avoid this option because taking a taxi from one town to another would just cost you a fortune and literally rip your pockets off. So these are the options which is available for travel in Dublin, but Oh well, yeah, I also would like to mention that there are something called as the student leap cards and the adult leap cards. So if you're coming here as a student, so you have to get a student leap card, which will save you a lot of money when you're traveling in any of these public transports. And also, if you get an adult leap card, if you're not coming here as a student, you can get an adult leap card, which will still help you save a lot of money, because if you don't have a leap card, then you'll have to pay in cash, and if you don't have the exact cash with you, you'll just be losing your money, because you'll never get back the change or something. So just get the leap cards once you get here. And one of the main things for me about traveling is, if you're in Dublin, it's fair enough, you have a lot of options. But if you're not in Dublin, then the transportation here is really bad, because if you have to go to some other town or city, you always have to go back to Dublin and get a train or bus from there, which is very sad, and this always annoys me so much. And also, Ireland is a very beautiful place to explore, and the public transportation here makes it impossible to do that unless you can drive and rent a car. I don't see a way to explore the beautiful places here. So that is really sad. And there you go, me complaining about the public transport again. Ireland has an oceanic climate, so it's usually cold and damp, cloudy and rainy throughout the year. And if you're moving here from a tropical place or from a warmer country, I think you'll probably need a couple of months to get used to the cold and also the weather. Heat and snow, however, is very rare in Ireland. But this year, thankfully, we have had like a couple of heat waves, which has kept the country so warm, and I've never seen anybody enjoy the heat as much as the Irish do. So they're always enjoying the sunshine here. Also, the coldest month would probably be Feb, and the warmest would be July, I think. And if you've not heard about the daylight savings, we have daylight savings, which starts in March and ends in October. And the other thing which I have to mention is about this magical mystery in Ireland. Probably it only happens in Ireland. I don't know if it happens in any other country. If you do, please let me know in the comments below. So basically, you can have all seasons in one day in Ireland. So you can wake up to a snowy morning, and then you'll probably have a sunshine, bright day, and then you'll even have heavy rainfall during the end of the day or something. Yeah, so you can have all seasons in one day in Ireland. And during spring and summer, we have longer days and shorter nights. But in winter, we have shorter days and longer nights. It gets dark very soon. What is the other thing? Oh, well, yeah, I can't forget this. It can start raining any day, anytime in Ireland. So always be prepared. And as the saying goes, there is nothing called as the bad weather. It's always bad clothing. So have a jacket with yourself and you're good to go. So the last thing I have for today is healthcare. So Irish healthcare system is one of the best healthcare system in the world, and according to one of the articles published recently, it is 11th best healthcare system in the world. So I think it has to be really good. Well, I will suggest one thing for you. So as soon as you come here to Ireland, you have to register yourself with a GP. So GP is your first point of contact during any medical emergencies. So once you register, you can register with any GP, whoever is close to your place, wherever you're living. So register yourself with a GP, and that's free of charge. And once you visit them, the first time you visit a GP, when you're sick or something, they're going to charge you 70 euros, and they're going to charge you 40 euros every time after the first time. So from second time, you'll be paying 40 euros during every visit. And the other important thing is you should also have a very good insurance to cover you up in case of any medical emergencies. Otherwise, the healthcare is just gonna be way too expensive. And I just want to take some time to talk about my personal experience about the healthcare system, because when I initially moved here, I didn't have a GP, and I didn't know about that I have to register with a GP and stuff. So I had a medical emergency. I literally cut my thumb. I was trying to open a tin can, which I was not supposed to do. I tried to open it with a knife, and the can will have the sharp edges or something. So I tried to open it with my bare hand using my thumb, and I got a deep cut. So I had to get stitches on my thumb. So since I didn't have a GP, I had to go to a hospital. and you won't believe it, but I was in the emergency ward, but I had to wait for about 4 hours to get the stitches done. I was just waiting there outside. So from then I'm being very careful not to do that ever again. So be careful with your cans, I would say. But yes, if I did have a GP, I would go to the GP. I could just get the stitches, and GPs cost way less than hospitals, because hospital is gonna just cost you a fortune for the exact same thing. So register yourself with the GP for in case of any emergencies or something. And take care of yourself, I guess. That's it for this video, and if you like this video, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up and click on the subscribe button right there. As you can see, I'm very new to this, so I just started off with this channel, but I'm very excited to do this, and I'll be posting more videos on these kind of stuff in the future. So let me know what you think about this video in the comment section below, and if you have any ideas or suggestions, everything is welcome. Please keep them coming. So I'll see you very soon in my next video. Until then, adios. Bye bye bye.